Welcome to qnawire.
Alright, so for the first question, to find the margin of error for a given confidence level, we use the formula, the z-score times the standard deviation over the square root of the sample size. And so the margin of error here would be, since we want 95%, that z-score from the z table is 1.96 times 3,000 over the square root of 70. And to 2 decimal places, this is 702.79. For part B, the sample size required, we use the formula the z-score times the standard deviation over the margin of error squared. And so if we're still 95%, that would be 1.96 times 3,000 over 600 squared. And then we'd round up to the nearest person, and that would be 97. You always round up. Next question. To determine the point estimate for the population mean, the size of the margin of error for a 90% confidence interval, we need to find the midpoint of the interval, which represents the point estimate, and then calculate half the width, which would give us the margin of error. So given that the lower bound is 72.09 and the upper is 75.91, we're going to add those together and take half to find the middle. And that is 74. That's your point estimate. And then the margin of error would be the difference between them divided by 2. What you'd be adding and subtracting. And that would be 1.91. But it does say, oh wait, it doesn't say what differential, well, it's 1.91. All right, so, and technically it's positive and negative for margin of error. You're adding and subtracting 1.91. And now your third question. To determine the sample size used in the study, we can utilize the formula for the margin of error of a confidence interval. And with substitutions, or just rewriting this, which we did before as well. And given that the margin of error is going to be 4 based on the subtracting 162 minus 154 and taking half, and for 95%, again, z is 1.96. The standard deviation is 15. And the margin of error is going to be 4. And we'll round up to the nearest person. That'd be 55.